We now join our weather and news report,
122
already in
cc
progress.
steel, exhaust modified and ported by the famous bellhopper from Watauga, North Carolina.
Well, I want to hear it right. Cut.
It's a monster. The mic don't have any fluids in it, so it looks pretty though.
Look at yellow though.
It's yellow. That one's going to Tazapalooza.
It was right here by the famous Bluebird house where they whipped the red-headed sapsucker the other day. You got so many saws, you won't have any room for wood.
5-pound council I bought in Tennessee. I cut this bevel in there. Council, the 5-pound council. It was a fireman's axe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was on a short 28-inch straight hickory stick, and it didn't have these phantom bevels in it. And me and Tasman was talking about cutting them in there, so I cut that set in there. And
Well, I think that's a good idea because it don't need to be that heavy for working in the yard. For knocking a door in or something, fireman axe. But
we chamfered the pole on it, and we're going to have to.
That we were talking about this morning. I like the extra weight behind the.
Yeah, it's got a lot of weight behind that handle and that pole. Yeah. It's got a tall pole on it. It's a great wedge banger.
That'll split anything you hit it with.
Yeah, it'll do it just about wherever you want. We're gonna find out.
And then we had a phantom bevel one here too today, didn't we?
Yes, you did.
You guys just threw everything you had in the back of the Bronco, huh?
I didn't have to take everything I had. There ain't enough room in that Bronco.
Yeah. How much, there we go, Bronco time. So how many miles did you say?
I started from Mount Airy, North Carolina, and drove 346 miles up into Kentucky and picked up JK. And then from there, we drove almost 2,100 miles to get here.
2,100 miles after you picked up JK?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what time did you leave, Mr. Arnett?
I left about 10 o'clock at night on a Friday night. Got to his house at about 4:30 Saturday morning. And we left out Saturday morning about 8-ish.
About 8-ish.
After we had breakfast.
Yeah.
And we headed out and drove all day, all night. Rested for 2 hours and drove all the way in.
Like to froze to death that night.
Like to froze to death. It got down about 20 degrees over off I-80. What's the name of that place out there? We've crossed so many states.
No.
Oh.
No.
It was right after we got out of Utah, wasn't it?
No, I think we just got into Utah.
Just got into Utah. Got into Big Sky Country. And
there's quite a bit of Utah over there, isn't there?
The temperature went south.
So I thought we messed up.
we weren't in Kansas anymore.
Yeah.
We do like your place out here, Mr. Daniels.
Well, you got in here at after 11,
It was a little bit after 11, yes, sir.
Last night.
and then
last night.
and then you just kind of laid around and relaxed and worked in the saddle shop for a couple hours, and
We did.
Yeah.
finally
Had a
went
good
to bed
time.
about 2:30.
Yeah, finally got to the point, got to lay horizontal because sleeping sitting up just ain't worth it.
Yeah.
But we unpacking so we can pack, if that makes any sense.
Oh yeah.
We got a cargo carrier, and we got a few tidbits and odds and ends, and of course you always got to carry some tools and some battery cables and stuff that way in case you break down. You know, you have something you can use
Sure.
to work on your vehicle with. This Bronco has really impressed both of us, I believe. It has performed as expected.
A little bit better. It got skinnier at one point.
And you know, the fuel mileage is getting better. We started out averaging about 320 miles to a tank, and now it's about 360 miles to a tank. So
Well,
we've
good.
gained 40 miles to a tank of fuel. So
Finally sealed there. The rings finally seated.
yes, sir.
Yeah, I guess. It took 20,000 miles, but it finally done it.
It did it.
Well, this has been your afternoon news and weather report from Sprague River, Oregon. And we'll get back to you if anything cool happens.